Hello everyone, how are you all? I am Ankita Bhagat, your science teacher in Sahajanand English Medium School at Nathej. So student, today we are discuss about chapter 3 from class 7, that is fiber to fabric. So in this chapter we are discuss about the process of fiber to fabric, right? So before starting chapter, let us discuss about some fact, that is silk fabric. So how we get the silk fabric? So the silk fabric we obtain from the silkworm, that is the silkworm is insect, right? And the silkworm are boiled to alive. So what is the process to obtain the silk fabric? So the silkworm are boiled to alive and then we obtain the silk fabric. Yes, this is true. In fact, to obtain the 1 kg of silk fabric, there are the 6,600 silkworms are killed. So this is true. Now let us start our chapter, that is fiber to fabric. So from where we get the fiber? So we get the fiber from plants, animals and chemicals, and it convert into the fabric, right? And the fabric is used as curtain, bed sheets, clothes, etc. Now let us see the process of fiber to fabric. So these are the process of fiber to fabric. See, here is the fiber is given to you. In this figure, the fiber is given to you, right? Which is obtained from plants, animals and chemicals. And it converted into yarn. So this is yarn. And you must see at your home, that is yarn. Your mother is used. Now yarn is converted in, so the fiber, here the fiber is converted into the yarn through the process of spinning. In this process, the fibers are twisted together. In this process, the fibers are twisted together. So that way the fiber is converted to yarn. So after that, yarn is converted to fabric. Now see what is the process. So yarn is converted to fabric through the process of weaving and knitting. Now what is weaving? So weaving, it means the arranging the yarn in horizontal or vertical lines. So arranging the yarn, that is the vertical or horizontal. Arranging the thread, it is the vertical or horizontal line. It is called weaving. Now what is knitting? So knitting, it means bunai. It is done through manual or the machine, right? Now from the fabric to the process of stitching, we use the clothes, bags, curtains and bedsheet. You convert it into the fabric and fabric are stitched to get cloth, bags, curtains and bedsheet. So you understand the entire process of fabric to fiber to fabric. Now let us discuss once again. See, the fibers we get from where? That is the plants, animals and chemicals. And then after, the fibers again converted into the yarns with the process of spinning, and the spinning is the process of to twist it together the fibers, right? Now the yarn again converted to the fabric through the process of weaving and knitting. So weaving is the thread arranged in horizontal and vertical line. So these are the weaving. Now the knitting is bunai, it done through manual or machine. So the fabric again converted into the cloth and stitched to get. So when fabric stitched it to get the cloth, curtain, bedsheet, etc. Right? So this table you have to learn. You know, this is the most important. This is the most important for you. You must understand and remember it. So I hope you understand the entire process of fiber to fabric. Right? Now next we have, that is the types of fiber. So what type of fiber is that? So there are the two types, that is natural fiber and synthetic fiber. Now first discuss about the natural fiber. See, the fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fiber. So the fiber which are obtained from natural resources such as plant and animal. So the plant and animals are the natural resources, is called natural fiber. Right? And the synthetic fiber, the fiber which are synthesized in industry from the simple chemicals obtained from petroleum are called synthetic fiber. So the synthetic fiber obtained from coal and petroleum. So synthetic fiber chapter will come in class 8. Right? But in this chapter we are learn about the natural fiber. In class 7 only the natural fiber is given, but in class 8 the synthetic fiber comes, right? Now first we see the natural fiber. See in the figure, natural fibers. So the natural fibers obtained from plants and animals. And from the plant we get cotton, jute and coir. So coir is obtained from coconut. Right? And the animal fiber. So animal fiber is wool and silk. So from the animal we obtained wool and silk. Right? So wool we get from sheep or the other animals, and the silk we obtain from silkworm, we already discussed, right? Now the synthetic fiber or man-made fiber. So synthetic fiber also called a man-made fiber because it is synthesized from the chemical, right? So the example of synthetic fiber is polyester, nylon, acrylic, rayon. These are the example of synthetic fiber. So student, in class 6 we are learn about plant fiber, that is mostly cotton and jute. But in class 7 we learn about the animal fiber, that is wool and silk, right? So there are the two type of animal fiber. Which one? That is wool and silk. So first we are discuss about wool.
Now before starting of wool, let us study about it's very important to understand why wool is important. What is the special of wool fiber? What is the speciality of the wool fiber? Let us discuss about. So wool's fiber that keeps you warm. Yes, your sweater, your shawl, your blanket, your hand gloves, your caps, everything which made from wool fiber is keeps you warm in winter season, right? So now you understand the importance about wool. Now let us discuss wool, right? So here question is arise from where we get wool. So the wool is comes from the hair of sheep, goat, yak and some other animals. So the hair, it means it is called fleece, right? Again I repeat, the wools we get from the hair of sheep. It is the hair of sheep, goat, yak and some other animal. So these wool are yield to the animal bear hair on their body, right? So one more question is arise here. Why these animal have thick coat of hair? So the animal do not have blanket. So the thick coat of hair work as a blanket for the animals. So that's why the thick coat of hair are on the body, right? Now the next we have, that is the why. What are the work of the thick coat of hair? So the thick coat of hair trap the lot of air, and the air is the poor conductor of heat, right? Because the air does not allow to heat lose their body and keeps the animal warm. Again I repeat, the air is poor conductor of heat and air does not allow heat to lose to the animal body. That's why it keeps the animal body warm. So these are the wool. Now the same reason is for why we wear the wool in wool in winter season and the cotton in summer season. Now see, wool is a fiber that we obtain from animal, right? And wool trap the air. The similar reason, wool trap the lot of air, and the air is the poor conductor of heat, right? And the air, these air prevent the loss of heat to our body. That's why we feel warm to the surrounding cool, right? Now in the cotton, so cotton is the very thin fiber. It does not trap the air. That's why they cannot prevent to loss of heat to our body. So that's why we wear in summer season the cotton material, right? Now student, here some name of animals given to you. Here some animals is given to you, from that we get wool. Now see one by one. The first one is, that is the sheep. You can see in that the sheep has the thick coat of hair, from which we get wool, and it is commonly available in market, right? Now again the next we have yak. You can see in that on their body there are the thick coat of hair which is used for get wool, right? Now same Angora goat, Himalayan or Kashmiri goat, llama and alpaca. So from that we get the wool. And these are the different animal are also situated in the different states. They are the found in the different parts of our country. Now let us discuss one by one. So the sheep are commonly available in the market. The sheep wool we get from the sheep are commonly available in the market, where the yak wool we get from the yak is commonly available in Tibet and Ladakh. Right? Now the Angora goat, from the Angora goat we obtain wool that is found in Jammu and Kashmir. And the goat which is found in Himalaya or Kashmir, from that we woven into the fine shawl that is called Pashmina shawl. And the warmness of the Pashmina shawl is our 6 vector is equals to 1 Pashmina shawl. Right? The warmness of our 6 vector is equal to the 1 Pashmina shawl. So this is the special type of shawl. Now wool is also obtained from the camel. So there are the types of camel, that is llama and alpaca, that is found in South America. Right? So student, remember it is important for your MCQ question. So again we repeat, there are some animals name and from where we get wool, right? So the sheep, from the sheep we get wool and it is commonly available in market, and the yak is commonly in Tibet and Ladakh. Then the Angora goat which is found in hilly region, and the Kashmiri goat is used to make Pashmina shawl. Then the camel, from the camel we also yield wool, that is alpaca and llama, that is found in South America. So remember this table, it is very important for you for the MCQ question or 1 marks question, right? So remember it. Now the next we have sheep fleece or hair. So there are the 2 type of sheep fleece or hair. The coarse beard hair and fine soft hair. Coarse beard hair and fine soft hair. So coarse beard hair, it means rough hair, and the fine soft hair, it is close to the skin of sheep. Right? And the fine hair provide the fiber to making wool. From the fine hair we make the wool, but the coarse hair, beard hair, it means from the rough hair we can't get wool, right? So the fine soft hair beard is important for us. From these we get the wool, right? From these we get the good quality of wool. Now let us move forward. So here some parents is given to you, that is the soft under hair. They both are the soft under hair. Right? So both parents are soft under hair. Parent A and parent B both are the soft under hair. So what we do? So we have to cross 2 parents, parent A and parent B. So from which we get the child or offspring, that is the soft under hair. Why it is? Because we want only the soft under hair child. The coarse beard hair, from that we cannot get wool. That's why we get only offspring of soft under hair. So that we cross the parent A and parent B, that is the soft under hair, from which we get the offspring or the child to the soft underhair, right? So this process is called the selective breeding. It means the selective breeding, there are the selective parents which are the soft underhair obtain the special character in their offspring is called the selective breeding. It means in that process we select the parents, that is the soft underhair. That's why the child and offspring are also the soft underhair, and from the soft underhair sheep we get the wool, right? It is used to get the wool. For example, your parents are tall, your mother is also tall and father is also tall. So it is the probability to that you are also tall. You won't be short. So similarly, if the both parents are soft underhair, then the child and offspring are also in the soft underhair. And we get from that the good quality of wool. Right? Now we will study about in which state of India that rearing and breeding of sheep is carried out. Now let us discuss. The states are the hills in Jammu and Kashmir, the Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and the plain of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. Again I repeat the states that are the hills in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and the plains of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. So these states are carried out the rearing and breeding of sheep. And the sheep are the herbivorous animals, and you know very well the herbivorous animals are depends on other for their food. They mostly eat the grass and leaves, right? They mostly prefer the grass and leaves. Apart from that, they feed the mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, oil cakes, and minerals, right? And the sheep are kept indoor in the winter season and fed on the leaves and the grains and dry fooders, right? So students, in table number 3.1 that are some sheep breeds is given to you, and from which we get the good quality of wool and from where we found. Now let us discuss in table number 3.1, right? So in table number 3.1 the name of breed is given, then quality of wool and state where we found. For example, the Lohi. So Lohi, from which we get, it gives the good quality of wool and it is found in Rajasthan and Punjab. When Rampur and Bushehr. The second sheep breed, another sheep breed is Rampur and Bushehr, which has the brown fleece, brown hair, and it is found in Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, right? Now the Nali, the another one is Nali. So it is from there we get, it gives the carpet wool. So it is used to make the carpet. From that we make the carpet, right? And it is found in Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab. Now the next breed we have is Bakarwals. So Bakarwal, which is found in Jammu and Kashmir, and it gives the woolen shawl, that is the pashmina shawl. We already discussed about that, right? Now the Marwari, Marwari is the coarse wool and it is found in Gujarat. Now the last sheep breed is the Patanwadi. It gives the hosiery items, hosiery materials, which is used for making the leggings or socks, and it is again found in Gujarat, right? So these are the name of sheep breeds, quality of wool, and the state where we found. So students, our session is over here. I hope you all are understood very well, right? Now in next video we will discuss about the processing of fiber into wool and the life history of silk moth. So thank you. Have a nice day.